Well, good morning from Salisbury, Connecticut. We are walking towards the trail this morning. We're slack packing today. This is a beautiful cemetery. I'd love to go. In fact, I'll have time this afternoon. I may have to come up here and just kind of look around. Way more ornate markers than I'm accustomed to seeing in the cemetery. I'm kind of curious about the age of it. But anyway, we had a good night's rest at Maria McCabe's last night. As I mentioned, we are staying in the home of a lady who has been hosting hikers for years. Her grandson Ed has been helping her out for the last 5 years or so. She was really getting up there. I think I understood that she was 95, and she actually just passed away a few days ago. So I was surprised the hostel was still even open, but we needed a place to be yesterday because we were hot and miserable. I've got some blisters. This was new, but I think it's just because my socks got so wet yesterday in my shoes with perspiration. And anyway, we're moving on out. We're going to do about 10 or 12 miles today back to where we got picked up. We're actually walking south today. And at least that moves us forward in mileage. We're still trying to figure out how to get into Great Barrington. We're still looking at that. It looks like it's 2 days away because it's a 20-mile trip, and it's either going to be rainy or hot as 40 acres of Hades tomorrow, or both. So we're kind of playing it by ear, and we'll keep you posted on what our path looks like tomorrow. Well, good morning again. Sorry about turning my head there. I was making sure there was no traffic coming. There's a car coming the other way. Anyway, good morning. We're finishing our road walk down to the trailhead. Car. And crossing the street. And we're back on the Appalachian Trail. So we're gonna hike today. I think it's about 11 or 12 miles. I don't remember now which. And get back to where we got picked up off the trail or off the roadway yesterday. Yesterday was such a miserable day. We did 8.5 or 9 miles in the time that it usually takes us to do 13 or 14 miles. And it just, we were absolutely beat to death when we got picked up yesterday. So we're regrouping. It's been really hot here. I think it's been hot on the all up and down the East Coast. So we're going to figure out what we can do this afternoon. We're going to probably come back to Maria McCabe's tonight, and then I think we have about 20 miles to go into Great Barrington, and we have a reservation tomorrow night. So I don't know whether we're going to hike part way and see about getting a shuttle and pick us up and just take us on in, or whether we're going to move the reservation. My gut is, I don't really know, because it's supposed to rain this afternoon. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. We may just shuttle from here up to the next town and then come back here and walk forward. I don't know yet. We'll have to do some thinking and praying about it, and we'll figure it out. I am so ready for logistics and everything to just fall into place like they're supposed to. It seems like since Carlisle, Pennsylvania, it's so frustrating because we plan our days and we plan everything and this, that, and the other. We've had a couple of injuries that, they're nobody's fault. It's not, and there's no blame or guilt. I mean, you're injured, you can't walk, and we get it. Gavin messed his hip up a little bit or had a pain there that cost us a day or so in Carlisle. I had the shin splints back in Damascus. It cost us a few days. Gavin rolled his ankle pretty severely. It cost us several days. And it just seems like every time we make a plan, something comes up. This week we had planned 3 miles or 3 20-mile days, or I think it was a 17, a 20, and then a 16 and a 10 into Great Barrington. And then all of a sudden we have this heat index or heat wave thing that just boogered everything up completely. So it's so frustrating. I'm going to be so happy if we can just kind of get through some of these hiccups and make a plan and stick to a plan and make the plan work and not have anything to impede the plan. But anyway, I'm venting. I apologize. But, sometimes it's like that out here. Sometimes you get really frustrated, and I have been, because it just seems like every time we make a plan, something rears up and breaks that plan. And, we're not taking undue time, but we don't have a whole lot of time to spare. if we're going to finish at the time that we had hoped to finish. So we're doing the best we can do. We're having fun still most of the time. We've met great people. There were a crowd of folks in the hostel last night that were a lot of fun to talk with. We met a young lady night before last that her name's No Rush, and we have enjoyed chatting with her some. She's actually out on the trail in front of us this morning. We might catch her, we might not. I don't know how fast she walks yet, but my guess is probably will be a little faster, but I don't know that. We'll see what happens. But we've enjoyed meeting the people. We have enjoyed seeing the sights, but it's just terribly frustrating when you make a plan and then the plan goes to pot because of things, circumstances beyond your control. We're passing by Pope Preserve this morning. It's an open space watershed land for public use and enjoyment, which is wonderful. I love the fact that these little towns up here have preserved the green space. There are so many historic homes up here. That's one thing that I've looked forward to doing at some point when Beth and I, well, when Beth gets retired and we're starting to travel, is, getting out on the AT corridor and visiting some of these little small towns that we've been through in the last several months, and seeing some of the sights, because some of the places have just gorgeous architecture, beautiful homes and that sort of thing. So anyway, we're at the intersection of north and south. We're actually going south today, back to where we got picked up. There's a trail guide. Okay, welcome to the Appalachian Trail in Connecticut. I think I'm going to grab one of those, and I'll give it a look after a while. All right, jamming out to the Bangles this morning. Manic Monday, although it's not Monday, but we have Manic Mountain Stream of the Day. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this one because I don't know how much water we're going to see on the trail today. But this is beautiful, soothing. Water's cascading down over the rocks. You can hear it. Absolutely gorgeous this morning. Man, I'm pushing it this morning. This is the best hiking I've done in several days. Trail's been wide open, mostly flat, a little bit of up, and we have a view. What else could you ask for? Wow, how about that? Just stepping out of the woods into this field and beautiful mountain views. You can see the clouds tucked down right over there. I'm assuming we're gonna probably skirt up and around this field. But gorgeous day this morning. Not too hot yet, knock wood. We're hoping that we can beat the heat. We'd love to be done by noon. And I'm not sure how far Hawkeye is behind me, but right now I'm definitely on a pace to be done by noon. I think we had 11.9 and I did 3.6 in the first hour. So no wait, cruisy terrain. That's what happens when you can actually get out here and step out a good bit. So anyway, oh, flowers back up. Nice flowers, pretty daisies. Wow, awesome, good day today. Well, I think I'm at the top. I don't see a sign, but I think this must be Prospect Mountain or Mount Prospect or what have you. We got a little bit of a view down here. More importantly, we've got downhill trail in front of us for the rest of the day, I think. Downhill and flat. But man, we've been cruising this morning. If we can get down this downhill without having to do rock scrambles, we might make this 12 hours in 4 hours. Or 12 miles rather, in 4 hours. That would be kind of awesome. We'll see how it goes. It's not a race, but I would like to get done before it gets so hot or before the afternoon thunderstorms kick in. And then we got to get back to the hostel and figure how we're getting out of here tomorrow, whether it's on foot or in a car or some combination of the two, to get into Great Barrington tomorrow night. So we'll see how things go. I'll keep you posted. Kind of a cool mossy rock formation out here in the woods. Wow, cruising today. Knock wood. We just passed Slide Rule. He got out early, like 6 o'clock this morning, and was going to do a northbound slack pack, probably to where we got on, and just caught up with No Rush. She got out a little bit before us this morning, and she's doing the same southbound that we're doing. But so far, knock wood, this morning we're cruising. Weather's good. I think we're going to have storms this afternoon, probably tomorrow. We'll just have to play it by ear and see how the day or the next 2 days go. We'll check the weather and make a plan when we get back in the air conditioning later on. So just checking in. This is what my mental state needed today, is a good, easy hike where I can really, ow, whoa, I just got a root. That's what it looks like when you trip. I don't know how much image stabilization helps on that sort of thing. But it doesn't help my left toe, that's for sure. Anyway, this is what it looks like when I can actually get out and cruise, and that's exactly the kind of day that I needed, was to be able to just get out and walk and do my thing at my own pace. Hawkeye's behind me. I've been messaging him off and on saying, hey, look, if you need me to stop, I'll stop. If not, I'm in a groove, so I'm gonna go. We've got a water source right down here. It's a really nice pipe spring. I'll show you that. I don't need water right now. I've had some, but since I'm only carrying my pack and a little food and a little water, I loaded up on water this morning because it's not that much extra weight if I don't have everything else. So I'm good on water. Not worried about it. Maybe Hawkeye will need to filter, but at any rate, moving on out this morning. Well, I'm thinking this must be what's qualified as waterfall. It is, I guess, technically. It looks more like a dam to me, but anyway, Housatonic River, I think. And I'm not sure where the trail goes. I think we should have turned right on the road that I just came down a little ways. But I'll show you this and I'm gonna get back on the trail. Okay, this I would call a waterfall. So this is just down from the hydro plant. And yes, definitely, probably the best waterfall, biggest waterfall we've seen so far. Really neat. Glad I took the side trail over. It comes on down this way. Pools down here. But I'm gonna go back to the trail and get on up it before it gets too hot today. Glad I did. Glad I did. I just took a little blue blaze off to the side down here to see the falls based on the comments of a friend. And she's right. I'm glad I came down here. Absolutely a gorgeous day. Hawkeye's a little bit ahead of me now, but I'll catch him. It's no big deal. But, I'm glad I came down to see the falls from this perspective. So here comes Hawkeye down the trail. He's probably on the phone, but I know we're going the wrong way, but we were going to celebrate this because at some point,
oh, cool,
we are going to make this today.
Heck yeah.
1,500 miles, son. Hey, yeah. We got it in the viewfinder today.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
and I love
you too.
Wow, I know we're going the wrong way, but you know, at some point we will have crossed the 1,500 mile mark today, and I'm proud of both of us. So keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Love you, bud.
Love you too.
And the trail goes here. Welcome to Amesville, the hamlet of Salisbury. Salisbury, I think they say down here. And here's this old iron bridge across the Housatonic. Very, very beautiful day today. We are cruising, thankfully, making a good time. Here's the view back up the river. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Wouldn't take anything for today. We are actually making some miles today, moving forward, so that's awesome. We're gonna cut around to the right here. Oh, I was gonna show you this hydroelectric plant over here too. We passed this on a shuttle ride coming in yesterday. So there's downstream. They have a hydro plant right there. Well, there's the Housatonic down there. And I just crossed a sign that marked this part of the AT as accessible. And I thought the only accessible part of the AT was in Tennessee near Shady Valley, near where we got off with my shin splints. There's a 3/4 to a 1 mile section of the AT that is certainly wheelchair accessible, but, or accessible, I should say, wrong word. Anyway, that means that this is going to be easily graded, I would imagine, probably wide open like it seems to be right now. And I think it's going to continue for the next little while. So nice. Making miles this morning and some smiles. You know, that's a trail expression. Make smiles, not miles. And, you know, it's just a reminder to us that we need to be sure that we enjoy the journey and, you know, don't forego the fun of the adventure just in an effort to get moving up the trail. And sometimes that's hard because we're behind our schedule from where we wanted to be, just because we've had some injury time. And we feel like we need to really, really push. And to finish when we'd like to finish, we do. But, at the same time, we need to remember that we need to listen to our bodies. We need to have fun. We need to enjoy the people that we meet. We need to take time and look at the blue blazes and that sort of thing. And I know coming out of Fort Montgomery, climbing up to the top of Anthony's Nose, I really should have done that blue blaze, but it was to be a really long day, and it was another half mile off the trail to get up to that view. But I think I was able to find an open source picture that I could include in the video of that day. So hopefully you enjoy that view, even though I didn't get a chance to go up to it. And anyway, we're still cruising our way along towards, I think it's called Falls Village. We'll go a little bit beyond there and back to the roadway where we got picked up yesterday. So we're making decent time. We've seen some folks that we've known. We just ran into Tink. We saw her in Kent the last time. We met her a day or so before Kent. We keep bumping into her, so maybe we still will, because she's a lot of fun. And a couple of other hikers that we've been seeing, and some new faces that we will see in the next weeks. So moving on up the trail by the Housatonic River right here, right now. Oh, my knee just caught a little bit. Went up this little step, but we're still paralleling the river. We've got beautiful trail this morning. And if we can get a break in the trees, there's a guy in a boat over here. I think it's a rowboat. I lost him. Maybe he's a little further up. Nope, don't see him anymore. I know I didn't dream that. There's no such thing as a mirage on the Appalachian Trail. Even though we've wanted for water a lot of days, I know this is real. But I'll be dogged if I see him now. Anyway, moving on up in our final miles today. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get this trip done today, but nowhere near as long as I expected. I told the shuttle driver we may be around 1 o'clock, but I don't think we're going to be anywhere near that late. I think it's going to be more like 11:30. We'll see. I haven't checked mileages in a little bit. I should have an alarm going off just shortly for my 3rd hour. And I'm expecting it to say 9 out of 11 miles at least. So anyway, we'll see what we see here just in a little bit. But this is kind of the trail that we've been on since we started paralleling the river. Wide open pine forest. No issues at all. No ups, no downs, pretty much just flat, rolling terrain. Well, here comes Hawkeye bebopping down the trail. And we got another spot right here that we need to take a picture together. So we'll see what he says. We got another sign.
Oh, cool.
How about that right there?
Heck yeah.
700 miles from Katahdin. Yeah. So a couple of landmarks today. And we are moving forward. Fist bump in the camera. Good job.
Thank you. You too.
Well, we're coming by the Housatonic Valley Regional High School. Still on the trail, even though we're doing a road walk. Really pretty old building right there. I don't know what they're setting up for over here. I'm sure graduation has already happened. But sometimes, some kind of a get-together. There's a dance floor. I don't know, maybe it was a week after graduation party or something, who knows. But we're moving our way forwards, looking for the trail. Well, we're back in Salisbury, Connecticut today. We got our 12 miles in, or 11.9 or whatever it was, in just over 3 hours. So we were absolutely moving today. A great day of hiking. Still trying to figure out how to go forward because we've both got some issues. I've got something going on with one of my toes. I've got a blister or a rub spot, a raw spot on the top of my great toe on one foot. But one of my little middle toes is getting mashed or rubbed underneath, and I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm gonna look at that. We're going actually down to the grocery store / deli to get a sandwich for lunch. And we'll see how things go for the rest of the day. I think this is our cut through right here. We'll go down through here and need to be sure and hit the ATM on the way back. I'm gonna hit the pharmacy on the way in and see if they've got Leukotape, because that's something I need. But it was a great day of hiking. We got done just after 11 o'clock, so that was awesome. And anyway, we're back at the hostel tonight, and we're going to have to figure out this afternoon how we're going to move forward from here later on. So we'll talk to you in a bit.